All right, let's go to the phones and talk to last night's winner down at Humboldt. He picked up the Bank of Oklahoma ASCS Sooner Region victory, and he joins us now on the show. Seth Bergman. How you doing, Seth?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
You're up, man. I'm proud of you. You're up early. Oh, did you have to go sell some coffee this morning?
No, my wife does that.
She takes care of all the coffee. Are you a connoisseur of coffee? Do you know coffees? And first of all, before we get into why we're talking about coffee, Seth, you opened up a coffee business, didn't you, down there in Tulsa or in Owasso?
Yeah, my wife and I, we started a coffee. It's called Mudslingers Coffee Company over there in the area we moved, which is Owasso, Oklahoma, and it's just north of Tulsa. So. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't know if you call me a coffee connoisseur, but I've always enjoyed coffee, especially in the mornings. I think like a lot of people, and you know, I don't know, if you're going to get into business or do anything that's worth doing, you got to be passionate about it. And I've always thought that and felt that about my racing, and you know, just kind of looking to branch out and do some different things and do some different things with the family and set the family up and wanted to do something we were passionate about, and who's not passionate about coffee?
Right. Now, is that because, you know, when you go up to the Pacific Northwest where you're from, man, coffee's like a really, really big deal up there, isn't it? I mean, it's a really big deal up in the Northwest. Is that what made you feel like, hey, this would be a good business for me?
Yeah, I mean, you've been out to the Northwest, and coffee's, you know, a big thing out there, and I guess probably just growing up drinking coffee, and it's readily available, and then I started racing and moved to the Midwest and just realized that it wasn't, you know, so easy to get out here. There wasn't coffee stands on every corner, so I always kind of thought,
coffee.
Yeah, maybe once, you know, a little bit later on, I got settled in out here, something that might be something I try to do, and then I got married and started a family and got a house in Owasso, and the timing just seemed right, and my wife has worked in the coffee business for quite a few years, so she knew the business, and so that's kind of how it all happened. It kind of just, timing was right, and we started one, and it's going good.
Maybe someday I'll start a franchise of mudslingers up here in Kansas City. Maybe we'll do that.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey,
networking.
Yeah, Seth, last night, great job, man. Back behind the wheel, the 20th family-owned 23 car. Good run for you last night.
Yeah, it was good. You know, that place seems to always be pretty racy. At least early in the night when I go there, and then last night it was definitely racy all night, and that's what we need. That's what the regions need, and that's what sprint car racing needs, man, is surfaces that are racy, and the people that pay to get in to watch that, you know, they got to see a good feature.
Yeah, track was definitely good last night. You could run just about anywhere. Just take us through the race, though, last night. Sean was up there. Blake made a late run. Just talk about that. And then our early leader gets upside down, too. That was a little bit of a break.
Yeah, it was a tough race to manage and just keep up with. The track changed quite a few times, and there was 3 or 4 good cars up there that, you know, were probably capable of winning at one point in the race or another. So it was a challenge to manage the track and then manage guys trying to, you know, throw slides at you and do that. But it's interesting that the Sooner region runs 30-lap features. That makes it a lot different. 30 laps is a pretty long feature, so you know, anytime you do that, it's going to change the race a bit. And then I know Alex led most of the race, and I got to third pretty quick, and then got to second and challenged him on the restarts. And I finally had enough restarts there to kind of figure out the restart that I needed to do to get down to 1 to slide him, because I figured that was going to be my best opportunity. And you know, I know the restart before I actually took the lead, I came up short, and it allowed McClellan to slide me. And then luckily enough, I think the red came out, and we had another shot at a restart after that. And third time was the charm. I was kind of able to figure out just all the angles and how I needed to get off the corner, and I was able to get down there and slide him. And then I don't know if he was racing pretty hard and looked like he got in the fence or something, but that seems like the way that place is. It's a tight bull ring, and it's pretty quick for its size, and there was a lot of good cars racing for a little real estate.
It seems like every time you go to Humboldt, you run well, too.
Yeah, I feel like we've always had good runs going there, and then it'll lock down down and
something.
Kind of end up wherever I'm at that point. But like I said, they did a good job last night. The track stayed racy all night, and it turned out, when you can start sixth and win, that says a lot about the track prep.
Yeah. Seth, you've been out on the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour. You knew I was going to go here, right? A little bit.
I knew you were going to.
You knew I was going to go there a little bit. Because, listen, bud, I was telling Deidre last night on the way home. I said, who's been out on the tour just nearly as long as me? You and I have been out there longer than anybody for the last 11 years. I've been out 11. You've been out 10. You only took off that 1 year to go back and win the championship back home and all those races that 1 year. And then you've been out on the national tour ever since, right? So you, in my eyes, are one of the premium drivers in this series. You're one of the marquee names in this series. You're one of the reasons people buy tickets to go to a Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour race, because they want to see Seth Bergman get up on the wheel and get out there and try to win races. You have a lot of fans across this country. We think so much of you that we put your car on our trailer, our T-shirt trailer that we run up and down the road, because you're one of the mainstays in the series. But this year, you're thinking about your options, aren't you, Seth?
Yeah, it's nice of you to say all those things, but I'm trying to open up the schedule a little bit and maybe create some different opportunities, and maybe some opportunities that you wouldn't get if you were locked into a long schedule like I have been. And so we just had the thought of kind of making my own schedule. It's just, there's times where we're in certain parts of the country that it makes more sense to stay out there and run a little bit longer. So it's all just really for me, it's about making just a different schedule and making a little bit more sense of where I'm at and what's going on. And it's nothing against ASCS. I've supported them for a long time, and and I'm still going to support them a lot. I think they're a good series, and for what they do for 360 racing and what they try to do. And so it's nothing that I'm trying to get away from. It's just, like I said, trying to create, I guess, different opportunity.